it's Cara back. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are a regular viewer. Today I am creating on a canvas. Now I stuck some, I'm going to call it masking tape. It isn't. It's actually medical tape that I was using as masking tape, and I gessoed over the top of it and over the whole canvas. To just give some texture to try, because I was using this tape to mask off some painting and I thought I don't want to waste it, so let's see how it looks on a bit of canvas. So I stuck that on, and then I had this girl, which is an image from Collage Soup, I believe. When I printed it, the guy was going to chuck it away because it didn't print correct. The colour toner in his printer was running out. So he changed the toner and printed me another, and he was going to throw this away. And I said to him, no, don't throw it away. You know, I can use it. So because it's kind of greyish, I thought I would just try and create my own background. Now, when this canvas is finished, I actually don't really like it. However, I'm going to show you the process video anyway. Everyone likes different things, so someone might like it. You never know. I think the reason I don't like it is I don't normally use these colours together, but because the face had like that blue wash to it, I thought I'd use this kind of blue. I think it's Sky from Dina Wakley. I will put the colours in the description box below, as always. But also, I didn't feel to draw the neck on, and now I feel like she's a floating face. I have left her that way at the moment, but I feel that at some point I'm probably going to add a neck and some shoulders. I'm just concerned of how to do that because I've got that textured tape at the bottom. I'm not really sure how that will work out. So at the moment she's a floating face and I don't like her. However, you can't like everything you create. So what I did was just brushed on some blue and then orange in 3 patches. And then I've used those 3 patches of orange to concentrate my stenciling. I've used exactly the same colours for stenciling. So across the top of the blue, I've got some blue stenciling, and across the top of the orange, I've done some orange stenciling. I will list the stencils below for those of you that like to know exactly what the stencils are. Then what I did was I mixed up my own kind of skin tone colour to try and make her less blue. I've kind of washed it on, if you like, very thin. Again, it's one of those things that I don't like. So I've gone in with a little bit more stenciling just to kind of distract myself from the mess that's going on her face. So here I'm using that colour that I mixed up myself. So I think it's Cheddar with a bit of titanium white. To create that kind of skin tony colour, and I've added some more stenciling on top of those orange sections of stenciling. I do cross over my stenciling, so some of the orange does go into the blue, some of the blue goes into the orange, but that's how I stencil. Now I've grabbed out my archival ink pad and a blending brush, and I'm just putting it through this stencil that I love. It's a text stamp stencil, not a stamp, it's a text stencil, and I love the kind of gradiated black and grey that putting it on with this brush gives you. It's not as stark as when you actually stamp it on. Obviously it's a stencil, so normally I'd go through it with black paint, but black is quite, you know, black, bold in your face. So I put it on with this brush and I feel like it gives a more muted look, and I really like that. So I did that with the text stencil and with the cells stencil. And then all I'm doing now is using my Stabilo All pencil to make those glasses stand out and fill in the bit of the glasses that was missing on the side of her face there. Also going over some of her features with my black Uniball Fineliner and I think that's my 6B Lumograph pencil. I am then smudging it using that smudging stick, as you can see, and obviously I'm also using a baby wipe to kind of get some of that off and on in places where I feel it needs to be a bit darker or a bit lighter. Here I'm using a Scribble stick, I believe it's Magenta, but I will post it below just to make those lips a little bit pinker. Now, as she stands right this minute, I quite like her. I wish I hadn't put hair in because I think the hair is what's ruined it for me. I don't do hair very well a lot of the times. I normally sketch it and I quite like it. If I paint it, I then don't like it very much. I think I should have left her there, or even here where her hair is just in this black, rather than painting her hair. And I think I used brown in the end because I think it went well with the blue and the orange. But as I said, if I'd have left her like this, I'd have probably liked her a bit more than I do now. I'm not sure there's a way to rescue her now I've got the brown on there. If you have any suggestions on how to kind of get her back to this, or to reduce the brown in any way on her hair, please, please, please leave me a comment below, because something needs to be done to this girl to make her look right. All I've done there is used a white fine liner to accentuate the whites of the eyes. And now I'm adding a little bit of stamping, just some like dots around the edge and in sort of entwined into that stenciling. I kind of do this on everything I create. Grab a couple of sort of mark making stamps out. This one is a dotted line, and just add them around to give it a little bit more interest. There, I didn't see myself paint the brown, but I must have missed that, or maybe I didn't record it for some reason. Suddenly she's got brown hair, but as you can see, now is where I hate her, because she's got that brown hair. Right, so I'm doing a little bit of splatter, and then that is really it, I believe. So, as I said, any suggestions on how to get rid of that brown and go back to the drawn hair would be great, because I really don't like it. A little sketchy border there for you with my pen, but other than that, this has been your Friday Art Escape. I look forward to seeing you again next Friday at 5 with me here in Moroccan time. And until then, have yourselves a great weekend. And thanks for watching again. Okay then, bye.